It were always raining in Denley Moor, except on days when it were fine, and there weren't many of them, not if you include drizzle as rain. And even if it weren't drizzling, it were overcast, and there were a lot of moisture in the air. You'd come home damp, as if it had been raining, even though there hadn't actually been evidence of precipitation in the rain gauge outside the town hall. And the humidity level on the weather chart was constant for the entire period, despite... Black pudding's very black today, Mother.
Yes, it is black today, dear.
Aye, that's very black, that is.
Yes, dear.
Even the white bits are black.
Yes, dear. It's a very dark pudding today.
Aye, like the weather.
Yes, dear.
Very overcast. Mum?
Yes, Eric.
I don't think I've ever seen black pudding quite as black as that, have you?
That's enough, dear. Go and get us some coal, will you?
All right, oh, Mother. Mum?
Yes, son.
You know Howard? Howard Molson?
Yes, dear.
He's got a new shovel.
Oh.
It's a lovely shovel. It's got a great big brass handle.
Oh, good.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to put it next to his other one.
Yes, dear. Look, give our Irene a call, will you? Tell her her tea's ready.
All right, oh, Mother. It were always like that at home. There were never time to discuss things. As soon as I raised an interesting topic, my mum would always find something else to do, or she'd be too busy. Sometimes she'd feign death just to avoid talking to me. It was the same with me dad. He'd pretend to be French when he came in, hoping I wouldn't talk to him.
Oh, quel journée, bastellateur. Je suis très fatigué demain, Vera.
Oh, yes, dear. Eh bien, le repas est prêt.
What?
Your supper's ready.
And our Irene, my sister, she was just downright rude. Irene, guess who's got a new shovel then?
Oh, shut up, you boring little tit.
That's enough, dear.
Well, he's such a short-ass little creep, he's driving me out of my tree.
Irene.
Meals were always the same. Every time I tried to start a conversation, our dad would feign a bilious attack and have to leave the room. And as soon as they'd finished supper, Mum and Irene would go for a walk round the cemetery and leave me on my own. Until one morning, I come down for my breakfast to find a note on the table. My mum and dad had run away from home. They said they couldn't stand it any longer. They didn't say what. Maybe it was the damp weather, more prevalent this year than last, admittedly. Irene had gone as well, and they left no address. They'd even taken the outside toilet. The rest of that day, despite the likelihood of drizzle from an occluded cold front moving slowly east to cover all areas by lunchtime, I'll look for them all over Denley Moor. Excuse me, have you seen our dad? No, my mum. Dear. Seen our dad and Mum and Irene? Mr. Ottershaw, seen our dad? He'll be round here. Oh dear. Oh. Why? Why had they run away? Was it something I'd said? Or was it just the inevitability of living with an average rainfall of 28.4 inches for the rest of their lives? There was only one person I could talk to. Enid Bagg, whose father kept racing vultures up on Scarsdale Road. Hello, Mrs. Bagg.
Oh, hello, Eric.
Hello, Mr. Bagg.
Hello, Eric.
Is our Enid in?
She's up to bedroom.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, you can't go upstairs to bedroom.
I only want to talk to her.
She's got a young man up there.
Oh? Who is it?
I don't know. Somebody she met.
She's supposed to be walking out with me.
Aye, she is that, and don't you forget it.
Well, what's our Enid doing up in bedroom with a fella?
She's just having a little fling, that's all.
Oh.
Who is it, our Mum?
It's Eric Olthwaite.
Can I talk to you, our Enid?
Yes.
It's very important.
Well, what is it?
Enid, it's me mum and dad and our Irene. They've run away from home.
I'm not surprised.
What do you mean?
Well, they never did like you, did they?
Didn't they?
Come on, Irene, you can't stop there talking all day.
Yes, our Mum. Well, goodbye, Eric.
Enid.
He's a naughty one, this Julian. Call him a racing vulture. He's nothing but trouble. You know, we had Legendado in Molson here the other day, and Rita had forgotten to shut window. Well, we just got sat round for Sunday joint, and in flaps Julian. Rips the lamb joint apart and takes off with it. Of course, Reg Molson, well, you know what a daft bugger he is. He tries to save his portion, you see, and old Julian takes a couple of his fingers off. Oh, a terrible mess. And Doreen, of course, well, she looks like raw meat anyway.
What did our Enid mean, Mr. Bagg? She said me mum and dad never did like me.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you have to find out someday, lad.
Find out what, Mr. Bagg?
Well, you see, Eric, it's like this. There are some people in life who are interesting people. You know, they're good company, fun to be with. You know, people, when you see them on the street, you say, there's old so-and-so. Isn't it grand to see him? People who make you happy. People who make you feel that, well, that life's worth living. But you're not one of them, really.
What do you mean, Mr. Bagg?
I mean, Eric, you're a boring little tit. Eric, do you mind if I give you some advice?
No, I don't suppose so.
Well, you've got to pull yourself together, lad. You've got to do something. You've got to make something of your life.
What do you mean, buy a new shovel like Howard Molson?
Forget about Howard Molson's shovel.
It's brand new.
It won't make yourself more interesting by buying a new shovel. Even 100 new shovels.
100? That'd be good.
No. It's what you are yourself that counts. Now, do you remember what your Uncle Arthur said just before he died? No, before. He said the one thing you've got to learn is to pull yourself up in this world. And that's what you've got to do, lad. Get out there and pull yourself up. You're the only one who can. It's up here, Eric.
It was difficult to accept that I were boring, especially with my interest in rainfall. But that day, I climbed up on Scanley Tor, and as I looked out over the familiar grey world around me, I knew we were right. I had to do something with my life. Something that would stretch my capabilities to the limit and make me into a man. I applied for a job in the bank. I'm afraid you're far too dull and uninteresting for us, Mr. Olthwaite. Am I? Oh, yes, I'm afraid so. Oh? To get on in banking nowadays, you have to be hard and ruthless. Oh, I didn't realise that. Banking's a cutthroat business in which only the strong will succeed. Oh, dear. To get to where I am now, I have had to tear grown men apart with my bare hands.
Really?
I've had men the size of W.G. Grace weeping openly in front of me. Men as tall as Ramsay MacDonald have thrown themselves out of windows and under railway trains and cast themselves into quagmires because of my unyielding and implacable nature.
Oh, I wouldn't like to do that.
Oh, I can see you're not the kind.
Well, I better go and get a job somewhere else then.
Yes, I should if I were you. That'd be better.
Right! Put your hands above your heads. Both of you. Stand up.
I am standing up.
Put the keys on the desk. You, open the safe.
Hurry up! You won't shoot us, will you?
Shut up!
Yes, sir, thank you.
Come on, hurry up.
I'll do it.
Pick up the bags.
Oh, yes, sir. If you want any more, there's another safe in there.
Right, out the window.
What, me?
Yes, move.
Oh, right.
Get in the car.
What car?
That car. Okay, move, quick.
Yes, sir.
You'll never get away with this, you know. Shut up. Come on, get going, quick.
Fast as I can, sir.
Yeah, get moving.
Certainly, sir.
Take it right, quick.
Certainly, sir.
Reverse and take a left.
Yes, of course, sir. Where shall I be dropping you, sir?
Shut up. Just keep going.
Of course, sir.
Don't I know you, lad? Aren't you Jean-Pierre Olthwaite's boy?
Yes, that's right. You might have seen me down the town hall. I used to go there every Sunday to read the rain gauge.
Aye.
It's a lovely rain gauge.
Is it?
Aye, it's a pity with such a lovely rain gauge that Denling Moor has such a comparatively static mean annual rainfall rate.
Oh, aye.
You're the boring one. Okay, turn left.
Certainly, sir.
Up here.
Yes, of course, sir.
Get out the car.
Oh, me?
Yes, move.
Oh, right on.
Shall I be waiting for you, sir?
Do you find me boring?
Shut up. Oh, keep moving.
All right. I mean, you would say if you found me boring. I mean, would you honestly say if you found me boring?
Keep moving.
All right.